What's good, family? The Golden State Warriors are currently holding the best record in the NBA. And while strong contributions are coming from supporting cast, guys like Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, and Jordan Poole, this season is about the impact of their leader and frontrunner, in my opinion, for the MVP, Steph Curry. Steph is having another historic season and has his Golden State Warriors back as true contenders for the NBA title. And I believe his success in the absence of longtime wingman Klay Thompson and the departure of former superstar teammate Kevin Durant is forcing people to truly adjust the way they see him as a player and not just the great shooter that he is. Y'all know what to do. Show love to the channel with the like and subscribe. If you hear something you agree with or disagree with, comment below because we love the conversation here. And welcome to In and Out. There's an age-old question we ask all the time around the league. Who is the best player in the world? You're at school, you're at the gym, you're getting a cut at the barbershop. This is a question that most people gauge what kind of fan you are. And as of the last decade or so, the majority of the community have conceded that this seat is reserved for LeBron James. However, it's not that simple anymore. LeBron's time as the dominant force is waning if it hasn't already passed, and while we all can agree that he's one of the greatest players to ever play the game, the crown for the title of the best player in the world right now looks to be up for grabs. So whose seat is it? The conversation around the greatness of Steph Curry is kind of strange because everyone likes to admit that he's great, but when it's time to talk about where he stands amongst his peers, he's weirdly an afterthought. Kawhi, KD, Giannis, AD have all leapfrogged over the two-time MVP at one point in the eyes of the media, and I believe it's because many view Curry as a gimmick. He's this under-the-rim point guard who shoots really well. He's not the prototypical wing we grew up idolizing, whether Jordan or Kobe, or the physically imposing hoopers like LeBron, Giannis, or even Shaq. History has told us that this is what the best player looks like, and this is what they do. And don't get me wrong, the praise for these players are well deserved. If you told me Giannis or KD or even Nikola Jokic, who is having another monster year or looks to be having another monster year, was considered as the best player in the world, I would understand. But I simply cannot accept Steph as simply the greatest shooter in the game when he's much more than that now. In the season, mind you, with everyone assuming the new rules will have a massive impact on his production, much like we've seen from other stars, he has adapted quite effortlessly. Steph is on pace to break his own three-point single season record by 40, but his impact goes deeper than that. Curry is averaging 36 and 6 so far this season with the highest plus-minus in the league. Golden State has an offensive rating of 112 as a whole. Curry's is 121. His presence on the floor garners the same respect as the KDs and Brons of the league, if not greater. And we've all witnessed it. We've all witnessed the amount of attention he commands just being on the floor. Now, how defenses gravitate to him out of sheer fear of him getting a good look at the rim. And in those moments, there's no way you just see a shooter. You see a playmaker, an orchestrator of a designed offense that allows for practically free buckets for his teammates. His presence allows for players like Draymond Green to be their most effective, and that's greatness. In a system with Steph Curry, players who are limited in some way are now elevated. They get opportunities to show their IQ and ability. Can he put your best defender in a 1-4 flat? Yeah, but he doesn't have to be effective. He moves, he screens, and the success of the team is where it is because of that. But what's more impressive that many Hoop fans aren't necessarily acknowledging is the fact that Steph Curry as a defender is not the liability everyone makes him out to be. Now hear me good, I'm not in the same boat with a lot of Warriors fans who are already calling for all NBA defending Steph. I'm not there yet. But the narrative that he's a useless defender on that side of the floor has to die. I read an article last May where Draymond was talking about the growth of Steph on that end, saying, quote, teams are trying to post him up and he's too strong now. He's gotten quicker laterally, and most important, he doesn't reach every play anymore. His growth has been insane and it doesn't get talked about because of how great he is offensively, end quote. And I agree. According to NBA.com, players are shooting 39% from the field when guarded by Steph, which is top 20 among all guards who have started this season so far, which further proves my point. Curry on both ends of the floor takes on the role as this unselfish superstar. His willingness to accept changes and make plays even when it doesn't directly affect his stat line, is a major reason why this team is finding such the success it has so far. And it rubs off on the whole roster. Whether we like to admit it or not, Steph checks all of the boxes for what you look for in the best player in the world. Can he carry your team on the offensive end? Yes. Does he elevate his team? Yes. Does he defend on the other end of the floor? Yes. At this point, it's a matter of if you want to accept it or not. And as Hoop fans, we can't pick and choose when we want to validate these players and how we should validate these players. Steph Curry has transformed the way the game is played forever. And along with that, he shows the maturity to evolve in the areas where the game remains consistent. So right now, Steph Curry is the best player in the world. To me.
Curry's gonna put it up, you know that. Oh, no! That guy's incredible.
All right, y'all, that's it for this one. Thank you for sticking with me this long. Please show love to the channel by subscribing and liking the video. Also, I'd love to hear your thoughts, so comment below. I enjoy talking the game, and this is a chill space to do so. So let me know who the best player in the world to you right now is, and I'll be sure to reply. Thanks again, and as always, eat, sleep, breathe the game. We love you, be safe, and I'm out.